Hey there, this is Daryl Ballard, and in this video we're going to talk about what are solo ads and are they worth it? So if you were searching for something like that, you're definitely in the right place. Stay with us. We're going to talk about that. On this channel, we also put up a lot of content about how you can escape the treadmill of the JOB with a successful online business. So if that's something you're interested in, consider subscribing to my channel. That first link at the bottom underneath this video is a free 4-day course on how you can have a successful six-figure income. This is more a step-by-step process of doing that. So at any point during the video, if that's something you're interested in, it's up to you, of course, but you can click on that link and get started with that 4-day free course. All right, let's talk about what is a solo ad and are they worth it? Okay, so a solo ad is basically somebody else's list that you rent for a little while, or a portion of that list. You give them a little bit of money and they give you a certain number of clicks. So they will send out an email message effectively from you to a portion of their list until they get, let's say you've paid for 100 clicks. They'll send out enough emails to get you 100 clicks. Usually they'll even give you a little extra. And what they charge for that, so probably somewhere between 50 cents and $1 per click. All right, so it doesn't sound terribly expensive, but is it worth it? Not very expensive. If you're not getting anything out of it, is still pretty expensive, too expensive. Okay, so that's roughly what a solo ad is. You get the idea. Is it worth it? Well, I'm going to start right here at the beginning and say, in my opinion, no, it's not worth it. I would stay away from it. I wouldn't touch it. And here's the reason why. I've spent about $3,000 on solo ads and made 1 or 2 or 3 sales over a period of almost a year, and obviously never came close to profiting. I have a mentor who says that he spent over $30,000 over a 7 or 8 year period on solo ads, and again had a few sales but never even close to profit. If in me spending $3,000, my mentor spending $30,000, we can't find a good solo ad provider, then the chances of you finding them are not very good. So like I say, I'd stay away from it, because if you're in business, you're probably in business for a profit. Now, are there a few people out there who are successful with solo ads? Yes, there are at least some who claim to be. There are a lot who claim to be, but I think there probably are a few that are successful. But finding their source is not going to be easy. So I would just stay away from it. Why do you think that those solo ads weren't successful? I'm going to give you 6 reasons why I think they weren't successful. Number 1, most of the clicks actually aren't real. There are a lot of solo ad providers out there who use bots to create fake email addresses, etc., and you're not actually getting to a person. Obviously, you're not going to be able to sell your product, no matter how good it is, no matter how much people want it and need it, if they're a bot. Number 2, the clicks you get have generally been oversold. If they are real people, they've seen so many ads that they're really not watching anymore. Number 3, it's someone else's list. And generally, when we use other people's stuff, it doesn't work very well. One of the things that happens in business is we've got to create it ourselves, or it doesn't work terribly well. Number 3, those leads are basically cold leads. I mentioned that they've been oversold, but they also are unknown to you, and many times even to the person whose list they're on. But they've seen so many people, it's almost like getting the phone book out. Do we have phone books anymore? Getting the phone book out and start calling down the list and trying to sell your product to them. Number 4, your emails, if you go beyond the initial marketing, start sending these people emails. They've opted into your list. If you start sending them emails, you're going to find an open rate of somewhere around 1%. That's been roughly what I've gotten. Almost all of them don't open my emails that I send them. And that's what I hear from a lot of people is you end up with about a 1% email rate, open rate, and that just isn't enough. So if we wrap this all up, number 6 is you lose money. And again, that's probably not why you're in business, to lose money. Okay, so what other types of traffic can we use? How can we create our own traffic? Well, there's lots of ways. Display media traffic. You can use banners and other types of display ads that you can put on lots of different sites to generate your own leads. You can use influencer media traffic. The influencers out there on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, just to name a few, you can actually get in contact with their lists for generally a small price because many of these influencers are not great marketers. Their lists haven't been oversold like solo ads generally have been. Social media traffic. Most of those social media sites, Facebook and YouTube and so on, you can buy ads on. They may be pay-per-click type ads like the solo ads were. Facebook is specifically pay-per-click. I've done some of that. There are lots of ways that you can get, and at fairly decent prices, although they're going up, you can get leads that way. And again, they're responding to your ad. They're your lead that you've created. The search media, you can get traffic from the search media like Google and Bing, to name a couple. Google AdWords has been around for a long time. Most people have heard of that, but Bing has a very similar product that I have not used that one, but I understand it works very nicely. But I want to talk a little bit about my favorite and compare it to those 6 things, and that's using a YouTube channel and YouTube videos to market to the people who come and watch my videos. Now, let's just go through those. It's not fake traffic. There's no fake, people are coming to see your videos of their own free will. They've searched for them, or they've gotten them as suggested videos, whatever. They're real people coming to see your video. Number 2, they haven't been oversold. They chose to come and see you. It's not something that you've paid to get presented to them. Number 3, you created the lead yourself. This is not somebody else's lead. This is content that you put up that's helpful to them. They wanted to watch it, and so you've created the lead yourself. And they're not cold leads, number 4. They're not even just warm leads. They're people who, since they've watched at least one of your videos, they're already beginning to know you a little bit, know what you're about. They're already beginning to know, like, and trust you. They're a very warm market. And when it comes to email openings, you can see 20% or even significantly more than that because they recognize your name, they've seen your video, and they're much more likely to open your emails. So you can see what this is setting up. Number 6, wrap it all up. You can make money with those kinds of numbers. In fact, over time, you can make big money with those sorts of numbers. So that's the way I choose for the most part, and you can combine it with some of the others that I mentioned, but that's the main one that I use to reach my audience to get traffic to my site. All right, so hope that's been helpful. I definitely want you to give me some comments, tell me what you think about that method and anything else that you might use to get leads to your site. If you've liked the video, give me some thumbs up. Also consider sharing it if you know anyone that it might be helpful for. And as usual, consider subscribing to my site where we try to help people get out of the rat race of the job with that successful online business. And again, don't forget about the free 4-day course, the more step-by-step on how to develop that successful online business. Okay, again, I hope that's been helpful. This is Daryl Ballard, and we'll see you on the next video.